So today I was working on a Python script which will get me the internet speed test I have going on when I run it, and then I created an automation job for it via crontab. Let's have a look at what it looks like.
Okay, let's find my script. CD Diagnostics. I did also improve the script a bit more so it can log multiple things, because before that it was a bit basic. So over here we have the log file where we want to log stuff. We have our run speed test function. So what I'm doing here is I'm getting a string through a string output of a bunch of data, like the IP name, like the address of the library of I guess the company library, which is Ookla, who created this speed test function or program. So I didn't write the speed test thing myself. I've just installed a package for it and now I can run it. So yeah, I'm getting a bunch of data from it. Then what I'm doing is I'm splitting the data and then I'm iterating over it. I'm finding bytes, which is what I'm interested in. By this point, because I've obviously played around with the data, I knew when the download speed comes up. So I named it as download byte. I don't know if that's the best name for a variable. Basically, I split it further, and what I get is a list. So download byte right now is a list of two things: a string, two strings, a string which says bytes, and a string which gives me the number in bytes. Yeah. I think I'm explaining that correctly. So what I need to do is I need to grab the number, which is this number 1, so index number 1, which is currently a string. I'm converting that string into an integer, and then what I'm doing then is, I'm dividing this integer by 1,000,000 to return me the speed in bytes. In megabytes, right? So by this point, I know what the megabyte speed is. I round it up, and then I break the operation because there's also an upload byte data for upload, and I don't really care for it right now. Maybe in future I will, but for now I don't. So I'll break the loop and yeah, return that information for myself. And also obviously I have this function which gets me the CPU temperature, which later I found out is actually a mixture of CPU and GPU temp in Celsius, because there's no way, well, as far as I'm aware, there's no way to get separate GPU stats on the Raspberry Pi. Maybe there is, but I haven't found it yet. So then what I'm doing is I have this log data method where I'm creating a timestamp for myself to further using logs. I'm calling this speed test function. I'm calling it get CPU GPU temp. I'm formatting them into my logs, and then what I'm doing is I'm writing these logs. Obviously then you know the rest, I'm calling the main method, all this type of stuff. So yeah, I have a fun script which logs some data, and then what I do is crontab e. I have this job over here which basically runs my Pi script and writes those diagnostics down into a nano, Pi diagnostics. And now every minute, because the job is set to run every minute, I get some data. As you can see, obviously before I only used to log the temperature of the CPU, which is actually a mix of CPU and GPU. Then today I was playing around with getting the download speed. At the start I was getting none because I did not write the function correctly, and then I had a spelling error somewhere where I should not have. So it took me a little bit to debug, and then yeah, got this. So I'm going to change the crontab e to run every hour now. I believe that is 0. I want this to be 1. I think it's like this. Let me just double check. job every hour. I'm using ChatGPT for this. Oh, it's an easier way. Start of every hour. Okay, so I'll just do that. I don't even need to do this. Okay, and then yeah, I'm happy with this. And now this will run for me every hour, displaying me the logs of my internet download speed, as well as my CPU, GPU tab. So yeah, we'll probably format that further. I have a timestamp, which I'm really happy about. And yeah, happy coding, guys.